Hey, what's up everybody? It's been a little bit, but I'm back to talk about some new bags that I've got, some ones that I've used before, but overall I wanted to talk about the bags from Step 22 Gear. He just recently launched a couple new things. He's got a whole bunch of stuff on his website, but I picked up the new Tenkile Grande. I've been running the regular Tenkile here for several years, but you can see there's quite a bit of difference here. I know Adam a little bit. We've chat at expos. We've had a few calls together just because I like his gear. He's a good dude. He designed some really cool stuff. So I've known this one was coming out for a little bit, and as soon as I got the email that it was released, I went ahead and picked it up. I have bought all these except for he did hook me up with this one. He did send this thing to Adam, and this was a prototype early on, the Reef Panel that he gave me to test out and everything. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about his gear because I love it. I've been using it. So let's jump in. So starting with the Reef Panel first, this is just like a visor panel for your car to throw some gear in, whatever you need. I pretty much just have some very simple things in it most of the time unless I'm on a long trip, but I've got a tire pressure gauge, pen, and then this little tool here from Sherpa company or Sherpa equipment. It's just like a Max Trax wrench that you can get the pins to twist on your Max Trax. I have a cheap knife that, just to cut some simple things, but that way if it gets jacked in my car, I'm not too sad about it. But this just hangs above my driver's door. He's got a bunch of different hook and loop kind of strips here, so you can really adjust it how you need. You can slide things in different areas. He gives you an extra rolls too of hook and loops that you can actually kind of configure this out to be whatever you want. You don't have to be so tight if you've got something a little bit bigger in there that you want to hold into the panel. So you can cut your own strip and run something big over there if that's what you want to do. But really enjoy this panel. It's nice and light. It doesn't pull down on the visor. That's kind of the main reason I run everything pretty light, because the visors in my truck tend to jump down a little bit. So if I have it overloaded, it kind of falls on me. So but that's the visor's problem, not the product's problem. But this is the Reef visor here. Love this thing. It's a great product. So thanks for letting me try out that one, Adam. Coming into let's talk about the old products first. So move those ones over here. So I've been running the regular size Tenkile for like I said, several years. I bought this one early on, and as you notice, pretty much everything I have is in multicam black. I've done some work with Cry Precision multicam, and so just kind of have these, support the brand, and their marketing director has become a good friend of mine, so just wanted to support them. But also multicam black is pretty cool. So I have a lot of stuff in multicam black now. You can see behind me too, the Able Carry Max multicam black. But yeah, so I've been running the Tenkile for quite a few years. This has been like my travel go-to kind of power, cords, batteries, everything like that. It's super compact. It fits in my main camera bag, the Night Evo 60 liter here. It sits right in this top pocket here, like perfectly, almost like it was made for it. But anyway, opening it up, inside I have usually what I carry in here. I just kind of pack this out so that you could see the size of it inside, but normally what I carry is all of my camera batteries, and then cables and my larger hard drive if I'm bringing that with me. So I've got that one. Right now I've got that. I've got GoPro, and then I've got a drone controller just to show you the size that fits in there. But inside this one, as you can see, it's kind of, you can configure it just a little bit. So these panels, the Velcro comes apart and you can kind of push things. So if you wanted to put just something real big like a single camera in there, just as like a small case for a camera, you could do that. I'm filming with both of my main cameras right now, so can't really show you how that would fit, but you can see that drone controller is pretty wide. It's almost the width of the drone controller in there. So these Velcro pieces, you can, you know, push to the side, you can fill this out, keep this one slow, you know, like it just allows you to kind of configure this, carry what you need. So if you have a really big battery or something and you want to stuff something in there, you can do that. But I've got this here. Oh, I've been looking for that one. Anyway, cables. Sometimes, you know, just random junk gets thrown in there. I've got an Allen wrench floating around for tripod plates. So that's a little zipper pocket there. And then he also has this really cool thing. Try and get a close-up shot of it, but it's a micro SD card holder. So micro SD cards are fairly cheap, but one thing that's nice, I generally keep a backup in here, but they're all done on my computer right now. I should have thought about that. But you can store a micro SD card in there, keep it, so at least you have that backup there if you need to. It does fully like clamshell open like this, so if you do have it on the back of like a car seat or something, you can set things kind of in it. You know, it's not going to hold a lot of weight, but it's not going to flop open. So it's kind of nice to have something that you can like get your drone out, put your battery in there, you know, change out things if you need to. So you got that. There's a pocket on the interior side, and this pocket is accessible from both the interior and exterior. So just remember that if you've got your zipper open and you're sliding something in, sometimes things can go in and come out, but not generally, because this pocket is kind of like a pouch, so if you put something in, it will slide down. So a lot of times I'll just throw like a quick charging cable, you know, like phone charging cable, cable for a mic or something like that in there, just so I have it for quick access. On the top panel here, he's got, and I really like this feature, so you can set like GoPro batteries in here, or SD cards. I've got SD card right in there, so you can keep those in there. I like to keep a backup SD card because every photographer knows that we've all had those sessions where we show up and there's no card in the camera. Everybody's done it once, whether it's cards, battery, something. We've all done it, or we've at least left the house. So I try and keep in a bag that goes with me everywhere for shoots. I try and keep backups in there. But this is nice because you can flip these little Velcro hook and loop things around, so you know, like, hey, I've got this GoPro battery. These are all good. This one needs to be charged. So if you can see that, it's color coded, which is super smart. I appreciate that, because another thing, sometimes in a shoot you're just changing things out real quick and you forget which is which. So as long as you can take the time to like just slide them in there, you're good to go. But this, like I said, this has been my like go-to tool for quite a long time. So I'm super excited about the large one. This one will still stay in the rotation just because of how perfect it is, size-wise, for batteries, things like that. Like my batteries and charging kit and stuff like that basically all just lives in there. I know how it fits, I know how it works, and it's easy to keep everything kind of safe. I don't have another smaller pouch, you know, like this with a few batteries and then more batteries elsewhere. Like this pretty much fits all drone batteries, all camera batteries. Things are going to change up because I'll get into it, but this is going to become my drone bag here, so we'll see how that all works out. But again, I've been running this one for a long time. Really nice. He does have the option on these for his Velcro strips, where you can get ones that you can customize, or you could like write something on there. And if you have multiples and you just want to be able to grab stuff quick, you can change that. There's some MOLLE webbing on the back, so if you wanted to, like I said, you could stick this to the back seat of a car. You know, anything that you have a MOLLE panel on, you can attach this pack to, which is also a very nice option to have. He really did think about it. It does sit up. The bottom is reinforced. Like I said, I've been running this for years, and there's like no wear on the bottom whatsoever. So I know that this pack is bomb-proof. It's going to last me for a long time. This is the regular small size Tenkile. He just calls it the Tenkile, but if you're trying, I'm trying to differentiate a little bit here. So the smaller size Tenkile, this one is, I'll put the sizes down below or on the screen, but I believe it's 2.4 liters. I'll correct myself right there if I'm wrong. But 2.4 liters ish, so not massive, but big enough just to carry some goods. You know, you look at it hand sized, it's not big, but fits everything. And just to show you before I move on, there's the size difference, and this one is 9.6 liters, so you got a big difference there. So Tenkile, awesome, love that bag. Going on to the next one here, this one is the Chameleon pack. This one I have had for maybe a little over a year. Yeah, probably around that time. Yeah, no, well, actually, well, like a year and a half, because I used it all last year traveling and stuff like that. This one lives in my truck, and this is basically my, like, kind of emergency kit, if you will, survival kit kind of thing. So again, it comes with the molly on the back. I have the webbing here that I use to attach it to a molly panel. Last year I was running a work truck, and the back end had a molly panel on the back of it, and this lived on the back all season while I drove that thing. I just wanted to like be able to show off that molly panel, as well as, you know, show off Adam's gear and what I used it for. So this one, I don't remember the liters, but I will put that in the description here, or on the screen. But again, this one has a lot of great uses. You can actually probably pick up multiples of these for various different things. But this one is, like I said, my emergency kit. I've seen people use these as like bar kits, mess kits, utensil kits, because you can hang it up on the side of your truck or on a, you know, wall, and then just grab all your stuff. So getting into it, you've got the same labeling system here, if you'd like that. And then on this one, he's got really good like pulls, so you can actually like grab them. Not that the zippers are wrong on that, but this one's a little bit different. I like it nice. And you open it up, and this one clamshells down again. So it fully opens up. So if you're hanging out, you know, on the side of a car, you can have it like that. But again, I have just kind of everything you need for an emergency situation. In a previous review, I got the decked Uncharted bag, and so I pulled a lot of stuff like that because I got rid of my deck system, and everything lives in this now. So, and again, since it lives in my truck, a lot of this stuff isn't high-end, because if it gets stolen, I'm not going to cry over it. So, you know, a full tang knife, some paracord, a flashlight. These pouches all can come off, and you can build them out. These are the other colored labels that you can use to write on, so I have everything listed there. But you can organize this however you want on the back side. So I have two just with bandages, taped gauze. I've got some matches, a little charging cable here for the flashlight, things like that. So just some simple things that, like, if I was backcountry, I got stuck, got injured, could fix certain things like that. Got some saw cord, some little scissors, tweezers, things like that. More emergency bandages, Q-tips there. And on this side, I've got just sanitizer wipes. I've got one of those just crank emergency radios that has a flashlight in it as well. So very simple, but with how this is built out, you can literally, you know, you could throw a water bottle in, you know, or whiskey bottles or whatever, have things lined up, make this a bar kit, throw mixers in here. You could have, you know, your salt, pepper, seasonings, all that kind of stuff in here so it doesn't spill, and then, you know, attach all your utensils up in there with a hook and loop. So really awesome little kit. This might be a bag that I'll end up picking up more of, just because I like how it's set up. You know, you can make this into pretty much anything you need. So as I build out my camping kit a little bit more, right now I have things set up for switching between vehicles, because I'll drive a work truck or I'll drive my truck. But like, this one, once I have something that I'm in more permanently, these are just great bags. They don't take up a whole lot of space if they're hanging on your wall, and you know, they can take a beating. On all of these, he's got the 1000D Cordura. So this will, like I said, on the Tenkile, I've been running that. It hasn't been like, you know, in the elements a whole lot, but this one was in the back end of a truck and it traveled across the country, both coasts. It was everywhere, and it looks pretty much brand new. Like, it was covered in dust at one point from Moab. It had been rained on. There was mud on it. Like, it cleaned up really well. So these things, again, they will take a beating, but they will last for a long time. So he uses quality gear. I really like this. But yeah, solid one. That's the Chameleon there. Love that bag. It's great. So now moving into the other packs, the new ones. So these are the two new ones that I picked up. Again, he's got a ton of gear on there on his site. That's great. You know, he's got tool rolls. He's got like big gear bags that you can stuff stuff in. He's got a couple other things that are, he's had at Expo that are still coming out soon. But like, great designer, great designs. All right, so going into the next one here, like I said, Adam just sent me this one, which I appreciate. But again, same quality materials here. Webbing on the back so you can attach it to things if you need to. But this is the Tiger Trove EDC Pouch. He's got two different sizes. So this is the short. He's got one that's a little bit longer that you can run some webbing and stuff through to attach various things. There's a hook and loop panel on the front, so if you wanted to, you know, utilize one of your things there, you could attach that and label them if you needed to. Or if you just want to put some cool patches on there, you can do that as well. But again, he's got a zipper that opens up into the interior of the pack. So similar idea, designed to the Tenkile pouches. And then his zippers here open all the way up. So inside, this is the zipper that goes to the front of the pouch. And I set this up for kind of how I'll probably end up running it the most. You know, just having things that I need as like backups or for simple things on shoots. And I can just stuff this into a pocket of one of my camera bags, but you know, SD card holders, so I can keep those secure and safe in there. The interior of this has another micro SD card holder there, so you can set that in there. He's got a pocket here that you can slide things in. Just have one of my SanDisk there. I know people hate on some of those. I've never had an issue with them, so they haven't failed me yet. And then he's got some webbing here that you can attach various things to. On the other side, more webbing. I really like that he sized it differently. Some companies have these and every single slot is sized the same, which is frustrating when you have something like this that you want to set in there and it's just too wide to set in the webbing. So there's a spot for this. You can set a knife in there, you know, cables. You could drop a pen, you know, quick pencil pen in there, you know, not a long one but a short one. So there's a lot of different options for that. Same thing on this side. These are, you know, you can expand them so you can stuff something in there, but great option. And then he's got another drop pocket in the back that I just have the cable for that external hard drive in there. So really simple EDC pouch, but you know, it's always nice to have just a nice thin one to take with you when you're going places. Sometimes you don't need all of your camera batteries or everything like that, so you can just grab this. You know, this could just be even like your daily kit that you have to bring with you on stuff. Moving into the Tenkile Grande. So one thing I noticed first about this is the hook and loop on the, not hook and loop, the webbing on the back is slightly different. So on the Tenkile Mini you can see it's horizontal on the bag. On this one it's vertical. So you still could attach this. It'll just be slightly different than, you know, a different panel. I'll be curious. I'm going to ask Adam about that. I might drop it in the comments, but All right, so I double checked with Adam just because I was curious, and it was something even simpler than I thought. To have these loops here for the strap attachment, he wanted to have these run the full length, so you still could run webbing through, but he said that trying to hide the loops underneath just created horrible looking lines. So aesthetically, he just wanted to make them run vertically instead of horizontally this way, but put them full length so that they would be stronger in the long run, but you still could run webbing and use it as a multi panel if you needed to. So simple answer, just to run the webbing to create that little loop there. That's why they're vertical. But that's the biggest thing I noticed first. Same quality materials on there. You've got your label Velcro piece, hook and loop piece on the top, and then here again, pocket into the inside. But the exterior is, you know, on a lot of these bags is pretty plain, if you want to say. Like, there's not a bunch of stuff cluttering it up. So opening it up, opens in the same manner as the regular smaller Tenkile. So you've got everything that you need in there, room for a ton of stuff. Inside here, I can fit my large Lion Energy external charger, which is nice. That thing is big, so it doesn't fit in the smaller Tenkile. It usually just ends up in a pocket in one of my bags. And then on the top again, these are expandable for larger batteries, because, you know, it's nice that other camera batteries might be a little bit smaller, so it might be bigger, so having the ability to expand it is nice. You can fit, let's see if my drone batteries don't fit in there, so that is one thing. But even if they did, they'd be too big to actually close it, so it doesn't matter on that side. But, you know, if you have just a regular camera battery, you know, you want to be able to fit those in there. So no Velcro to have that like handy little red green for your batteries, because you don't really need that, but you can fit extra things in there. On the interior of this, you've got two expandable pockets with another pocket here, so you can, you know, keep things, you know, like your drone propellers, things like that in there. I probably will end up using this mainly as like a drone case, because a lot of times when I'm going out, it's nice to have the drone and things accessible easier, especially if I'm in my truck and I want to get my drone real quick. Being able to kind of like almost travel with it open like this is nice, because I can reach in, grab it, you know, put it away quickly, or even just set it here while it's on the seat next to me. I don't have to get into a bag, get out, get into a bag. And a lot of times, one of my biggest struggles is like when I'm packing my big camera bag, my drone ends up sitting in there and it takes up a lot of space, because I have to like lay it down or sideways, and there's space that I could use, but I don't want to stack something heavy on top of the drone. So I really like in this bag that for my, I'm still running the Air 2S S2, I can't remember which comes first, but I like that I can have the drone vertical. It keeps all the space a little bit better. Other bags I have to, like I said, I have to lay it down, which then ends up taking up more space. So this might just be like a good day trip bag, because I can throw my drone, I can throw a single camera, smaller camera in here, and have everything else I might need. I just packed this out so you can see how much stuff fits. So, you know, if I'm out in the backcountry, or if I'm out shooting somewhere, never know. So fits something like that if you need it. Don't get too much into that, because you know how people feel about those things. But right now, just for size, through my 35mm camera in there, it fits both ways, up and down. If I got another mirrorless camera, smaller one, I could throw that in there as well. And then on this side, another drone controller, drone batteries, and then the drone itself. So you've got a lot of space inside this one, and it works very well. Again, in here, you've got, see, again, more multicam black, but you've got the same kind of divider system that he has in the other one, in the Tenkile. We'll open them up so you can see. But the big difference that I noticed is, so in the smaller Tenkile here, turn these so you can see them. Smaller Tenkile, the Velcro hook and loop touches in the middle, but on the large one, it doesn't connect in the middle per se. Not a big deal, because you know, when you're building this out, you want the ability to move. But these dividers are pretty adjustable, which is really nice. So you can kind of either push it up against the back wall, you can fold them around like I did before, and I'll have your drone sitting in there. And when they're not in use, or if you have them bunched up, they're enough to pad your items, but they're not enough to like really max out the storage of this whole pack here. So really good stuff there. There is like a hook side or a loop side on either side of here, so you could attach your stuff there, or you know, back on this side he's got some hook and loop that you can pull in and kind of like tuck those away if you want to. So again, I'm super stoked about this because this will be my dedicated drone bag. It'll be easy just to grab, take out with me. You know, my chargers and stuff for the drone, I can fit in this pocket. Everything can like live, every piece of my drone setup can live in this bag, which is really nice. And the other nice thing about this bag is it comes with his padded strap, so you can attach it to the loops at the back, and it attaches very simply and easily. You don't have a lot of like heavy annoying buckles to kind of like get in the way. And so when it's closed, you can, and this is adjustable too, this is just how it came, so you could have it set up like this, so even if you wanted to wear it, you could have your drone sitting in there, and you know, I've got the drone in there, I've got the controller, you know, and it's still not flopping over. So you could do that, you know, kind of use it as a staging area for changing out batteries, changing out cards, cleaning off the sensors or the lenses, things like that, changing filters. So super rad option on that. Really enjoy this. I just got the Tiger Trove and the Tenkile Grande yesterday in the mail, but I, you know, without running them for years, I know that these are two packs that I'm really gonna love. Adam does such a solid job with his gear that you know, his designs, his thought process and everything, and his usability, like he's out there using this stuff. He has people who are testing it and using it, so, and it's just great products. You know, so I can't say enough good things about these, but if you want to check them out, step22gear.com, check it out. I just enjoy doing these videos. I don't make any money off of this. Adam's just a good dude. I want to support him, and I like showing good products out there. So again, thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, go ahead and drop them down below. I try and answer them as best as I can, but yeah, let me know. Thanks for watching.